catch walleyes.
Heading to the river. It's 19 degrees out this morning. This is our
First trip of the year.
open water. This is a first vlog for us going fishing. We're going to see what happens. Alright. We'll get back to you at Chamberlain. Well, that was my first attempt of trying to make a fishing vlog. It's a lot harder than what I expected. We did all right, you know. I think we brought home 8 fish, all within that 16 to 18 inch limit or slot limit. But we got out there still dark, and I think it was 19 degrees when we launched, just as cold as can be. And I used thin gloves. By the time we got up to where we were going to fish at, I was pretty darn cold. And I had long johns, pants, bibs, wool sweater, sweatshirt, heavy coat, stocking cap, 2 hoods. But once we started and we figured out what they wanted, we had a fun time. We really nailed them. We've caught one 28 inch. The son brought it in. Real nice looking fish. We let that go, female. We had a couple other ones. We had like a 22 and a 24. Really nice looking walleyes. Bellies full of eggs. We let them go. We only kept the ones that were milking, so we knew that we were keeping males. But yeah, we had a good time. We got up there. I think there was maybe, I could count 2 other boats in that area, and they were quite a ways away. When we left, I counted 19 boats. And I think we were getting off the water by 11. And then we came all the way back down, and I dropped my boy off at the dock to go get the truck and trailer, and I did circles in the bay. And when I was doing that, the overheat alarm went off, and I realized it wasn't pissing anymore. So on that note, I ordered a new water pump kit and 2 thermostats for it. I kind of put a rush on it. I wanted to get it here by Friday so we could start working on that. Take all day Saturday if we have to work on that to get that done. This will be the first time I've done it myself, but I've watched some YouTube videos, so now I'm a boat motor mechanic. So I think I can do it. He's got a buddy that's going to help us out if we need it. But it doesn't look that complicated. Just take your time, pay attention to what you're doing. We'll try it in our own little lake before we head to the river, because that's a place where you don't want things to go wrong. But yeah, that blogging stuff on those guys that fish and blog at the same time, love watching their content. But it's so hard to do. My fingers were so cold that morning. You know, I had a pair of heavier gloves, which I ended up putting on. But we did pretty good. You know, for like an hour, it was just one right after the other. And there were small ones and there were big ones. And we did really well. And it didn't take us that long. I bet it took us an hour to get that final fish, though. But we got to work on a boat. I got pictures of the fish we kept and the big one that my son caught. So we had a good time. Plan to do it again. Just got some work to do. And maybe I should get like an action camera. Not a GoPro, because those are gosh darn expensive. But I just spent all that money on those boat parts. Try to get those here. But man, that's tough. I was so bundled up, so frozen. But that was my first attempt, and that's as far as it got. You know, once we got to the boat dock, we were busy. Getting into the water, busy. And then, you know, we just replaced all the fuel lines in our boat too, because the bulbs were getting bad. They were starting to get weather cracked, and you could hear it sucking air through it, like there was a hole in it. We had some fuel leakage problems, so we took care of all that. And then we tried it at home, It took a little bit to prime that line, started up, ran fine. And then in that time we noticed that our flow going through for our water was soft, it was low, but it worked. But then we got out there, put the boat in the water, turned over like it wasn't getting any fuel, pumped the bulbs, got solid, turned over like it wasn't getting any fuel, checked everything else, put it to the floor, pumped the bulbs again, and then it started up. And then it took a little while to warm up because 19 degrees, that's cold. But that was my first attempt. I'm going to try it again. I had fun. Maybe I should try to get some footage of us actually out in the boat having fun. But it was just me and my oldest son. But we'll see when we can go again. Maybe the weather will be a little nicer because there was a stiff wind and we went someplace that I knew where we could get out of the wind, and most likely there's going to be fish there. I thought they would be in shallower water, but pulled them all out of 18, 17 foot of water. But we had a good time. That fishing blog, though, man, those guys got to have patience to do that. I'll put those pictures at the end of this video. Thanks for watching.